When beginners ask AI to write about an ancestor, it sounds like AI. It's professional, polished, and sometimes a little emotional and dramatic. I honestly used to spend more time fixing what AI wrote than I did if I had just written it from scratch. Until I learned how to use AI well, which is what I'm going to show you in this video. You don't want something that sounds like a term paper, and you don't want something that sounds like a made-for-TV drama. And it's not about having a better prompt, and it's not about tricks. It's about a Claude feature called Skills. And this honestly changed the way I write about my ancestors, and I'm going to do a deep dive on how it works. Let's get started. Let's start with what skills are. We all know about AI prompts, and those are something that you type in once, AI responds, and you get that answer there in the chat box. The next time you prompt AI with that same thing, you type it in again or you copy and paste, you're going to get a slightly different answer because each time AI is assembling its answer and it's basing it partially on the memories of the chats it's had with you. A skill, however, is a saved set of directions that AI points at and uses and checks itself on when it goes to answer you. It's not about you explaining or re-explaining things. It's about AI following a strict set of directions. Think of it this way. A prompt is like calling a restaurant and describing the custom way you want your food done every single time you order. A skill is being a regular at that restaurant. And right now, Claude is the only AI that offers skills as a feature, and these skills is what makes AI awesome to use. Now, Claude has some built-in skills already. It can create Word documents, PDFs, and spreadsheets for you. But what most people don't realize is that you can build your own custom skills just for you, all your ways that you like to work. And this is the thing that really matters for family historians. So let me show you what writing looks like without a skill. In a previous video, I showed you how AI works for research and writing using this profile of Thomas Doyle. I want to show you just the end result of that, which was the writing that we did about Thomas's life. Here is what it looked like, and this was writing done with just an AI prompt and not a skill. I'll let you read this to yourself. You can pause the video right here. But what I noticed about this when AI created it is that it sounded a little bit like AI created it. It had this incredibly long part at the end with several lines that made up one sentence, and no one honestly writes like that. I mean, AI does, but this doesn't sound like me at all. It's also got a couple M dashes in it right here. I also don't like to use a lot of those. I'd like to use maybe one for every page of writing. And it's just kind of a little stuffy. And this is honestly the wall that most people hit when they use AI for writing. The information's right, but the voice, the way it sounds, is wrong. And they don't know how to fix it without trying to keep prompting AI or just rewriting the whole thing themselves. So what I want to show you now is actually what a skill file looks like. This is a skill that I call Denise's Chronicle style. You'll notice that it has my name on it. It's personalized to me. And it defines at the beginning for AI, for Claude in this case, exactly what a chronicle is. So it has context for what it is I'm trying to achieve with my writing. And that the key distinction is it's not a summary of what the records say. If I wanted that, I just would write like a professional genealogist and have footnotes at the bottom of every page. But that isn't what I want to try to do here. I'm not trying to do a summary of my research. I'm trying to write something that my family can engage with. So it talks a little bit here about the voice, which is what I was sharing with you. It's the distinction between things that are written with skills and without. And this is how it describes my voice. It's a first-person narrator present but not centered. It's a researcher as witness. An intimate authority. It's someone that knows the person that they're writing about well, which is the case with family historians. You usually know these subjects of your writing very, very well. And it has this phrase in here, quiet dignity. This phrase is something AI loves to use in terms of talking about genealogy work. I do write with people with a sense of dignity. I don't write from a moral perspective where I'm judging them, and I don't write from an academic perspective either. So it did try to capture that for me with these words, quiet dignity. So I really enjoyed that. And then the file just goes on and on. It's quite lengthy about describing how I like to work. And then at the end, it has this quick checklist to make sure that it has followed all the directions that I already gave it in the skill file. So I showed you what AI sounded like when it didn't have a skill. Let me show you what it looks like with the skill applied, and it's the skill just for my writing type. Here is a piece of writing that AI produced using my skill, and I quite frankly love it. I made a few edits after it was done, but I thought it was great. Here is the same subject, Thomas Doyle, written about from the moment that he walked off the ship. He was 16 years old when he walked off the ship in Philadelphia in December 1851. Ireland was behind him. Whatever Ireland had been, whatever it had taken from his family in the years the famine came through, Delaware County, Pennsylvania was his new home. The records don't say who met him at the dock or whether anyone did. He couldn't have known yet that he would never leave the city of Chester. He would work its riverfront, raise his children in its mill towns, and bury 2 of them before he died. So that's the opening for a Chronicle. When you read that, you're like, wait, what happened with this guy that he never left town? So it takes somebody that maybe, most people would think was kind of boring. He, a working class man, never left really the place that he lived, and really turns itself into something interesting that I know certainly I want to read. So when I got this, I didn't have to fix the tone. I didn't have to fix the point of view. I didn't have to remove passive tense. The sentences were constructed the way I'd want them done on the first pass, and I could then tweak it and make it my own. The best part is when I go to write the next Ancestor story, this skill is already there, and the next one will sound exactly like this one if I wanted to, which is great. It can be consistent across a whole family history blog or book. Now, here's the best part of working with Claude to create these skill files. I didn't write that skill file myself. I told Claude, interview me about how I write. Here's some examples of my writing. Then help me build this writing style skill. Claude asked me about 10 questions and, things like what kind of sentences I like to use. What words do I want to avoid? How do I want to handle emotions? How do I want to handle gaps in the writing? And it summarized everything into plain English, as you saw in that sample file. And I can see for myself that Claude understands me and can understand how to write. It took me about 15 minutes. But that 15 minutes applies across every writing project that I do from now on. You can also customize a starter template if you'd rather not do the interview. And that way you still get a skill in the end that works for you. Now, I talked a lot about what skills can do in terms of the voice of how writing sounds, but skills can also handle formatting, structure, citations, basically anything involving writing. You can create a skill for it and it can help you. And my favorite part about skills is that you can layer them. So you can have your voice skill, your citation skill, your formatting skill, and they're all applied to your writing all at the same time. So if you've been frustrated that AI writing doesn't sound like yours, it's not about the prompting. It's a skills issue, and it's fixable in less than 15 minutes. I put together a complete walkthrough, a video, a starter skill template, and 3 prompts that will help you build, test, and format your writing skills with Claude. The link is in the description. And if you've never used Claude for genealogy at all, start with the free Census Decoder project that I also have linked below. It takes you about one session, maybe about 45 minutes to build, and it'll change how you read every single census record in your collection, and also give you a good starter project for working with AI. My name's Denise Allen. Happy chronicling.